welcome back to my channel. I'm a new Kathiresan. I'm a fertility physician and Dr. Mom, and doing all the things to spread fertility education, vlogging, Instagramming, and TikTok dancing. So if you're new to my channel, thanks for joining me. And today I thought we'd do another reaction video to Friends. I did one last week, had so much fun with that, so I thought, why not do another one? So here we go.
Hey, honey. I missed you today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah? Hey. What do you want to do tonight?
Oh, well, maybe we could,
Okay, trying to turn me on by making a mess? Know your audience. Besides, tomorrow we're doing those fertility tests, and until then, you need to keep your tadpoles in the tank.
we really need to take those tests.
Honey, we've been trying to have a baby for over a year. I just think it's a good idea to find out if everything's okay. Just a few routine tests.
But I don't want to do it in a cup.
What is the big deal?
It's weird. You're in a doctor's office?
It's not okay to do it in a doctor's office, but it is okay to do it in a parked car behind a Taco Bell.
I cannot believe Ross told you that. And in my defense, it was a Wendy's.
Look, I don't want to do these tests either, but I really do think it's a good idea.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure a doctor's office can't be worse than on a class trip to the Hershey factory. Oh, yeah, Rachel talks too.
So a good point to go over is when to see a fertility specialist. So in Chandler and Monica's case, they mentioned they've been trying for a year. So if a woman is under the age of 35 and is having regular cycles, no other known infertility factors, for example, if she has a known history of endometriosis or if there's a known male factor, these type of things, you can try for 1 year. If a woman is 35 years old or older, actually between the age of 35 and 40, then it's only recommended to try for 6 months before seeing a fertility specialist. Again, assuming normal cycles and no other known infertility factors. If a woman is over the age of 40, it's actually recommended to see a fertility physician right away. Other circumstances where it's recommended to see a fertility physician right away is if the woman has irregular cycles or a known infertility factor. If there's something known that might be contributing to infertility, then it would also make sense to see a fertility specialist.
I have a weird feeling about this place. I mean, how do I know they're not going to secretly videotape me and put it all over the internet?
Because, honey, and I mean this in the sweetest way possible, nobody's going to want to watch that.
Mr. Bing, here you are. You'll go into that room and deposit your specimen into the container.
Deposit my specimen. You know, I usually have to call a 900 number for that kind of talk. Thanks, got it.
All right, honey, my tests are down the hall. You sure you're going to be okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Now, look, I know this is embarrassing, but nobody cares. No one here even knows you.
Oh my God!
Oh, come on!
How great is this?
Yeah, we're probably fertile. Let's go home.
Why are you here?
Well, Sid and I are trying again, and we had trouble last time because apparently
No, I mean, why? Why is she here?
Oh, someone's a little cranky today because they have to do it in a cup. Oh, they gave you the kitty size.
What?
This was fun, but I've got an invasive vaginal exam to get to.
I'd love to stay, but I've got a hot date.
Please go. Just let me know if you need a hand.
I think it just fell off.
So aside from Janice coming in and kind of surprising them at the fertility clinic, I love this scene because I love that Chandler and Monica are both going to the fertility clinic together. The workup involves both people. So just to go over some of the workup. So for the woman, the two main components are checking her ovarian reserve and checking her HSG, which stands for hysterosalpingogram, and that involves checking the tubes and checking the uterus. She'll also get some preconception blood work done, but those are the two main components of her workup. For the man, the main part of his workup is a semen analysis. So it's important to complete this whole workup because all of these things can contribute to infertility. So without doing all of the workup, it's hard to know what may be causing problems. So I love that they're both going in and doing this together.
My specimen's in the room. And I just want to thank whoever knocked on the door while I was in there. Really helped speed the process along. Janice, you're not gone?
Sid is still in his room. I don't allow porn at home, so this is like a vacation for him. So, did you do it? Did you make your deposit?
Yep. Yeah, hard part's over.
Oh, that's not the hard part, honey. The hard part's what comes next. I mean, aren't you worried about the results?
Well, I haven't even thought about the results. I just assumed everything was going to be okay.
Oh, well, you know what? It probably is.
Yeah, but what if it's not, okay? I mean, what if there's a reason we can't have a baby?
Oh, Chandler, look, you and Monica are meant to have children. I'm sure it's going to be just fine.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. I guess I was so worried about having to come here and do that.
Oh, you can do it in the parking lot of a Taco Bell, but you can't do it at a doctor's office?
It was a Wendy's!
So after the workup is complete, I'll meet with the patient and we'll go over all the findings, primarily the ovarian reserve, the HSG, and semen analysis. And what our next step is really depends on the findings. So for example, if there is, let's say, a structural abnormality of the uterus or fallopian tubes with the HSG, we may talk about surgery as the next step. Sometimes we're ready to go ahead and proceed with fertility treatments as the next step. And then I'll go over two of the most common treatment options, which is IUI, which stands for intrauterine insemination, and IVF, which stands for in vitro fertilization. So they are both very different. So I will discuss with the patient how both processes work, and then we'll talk about success rates. And after that, I just want the couples to have a good understanding of how everything works and a good understanding of success rates. And then after that, every couple's different with how they interpret this information. So we'll figure out from there what plan is best for each individual patient.
It is not okay that I'm aroused by this now. Hello? Oh, hi, Dr. Connolly. No, well, she's not here, but, I can tell her. Should I be sitting down for this? Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, so what does that mean? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Hey, sweetie.
Dr. Connolly just called.
Oh, with good news? Of course it's not good news. You just said Dr. Connolly just called. If it was good news, you would have said Dr. Connolly just called. But, so what is it? Is there a problem? Is there a problem with me or with you?
Actually, it's both of us.
What?
Apparently, my sperm have low motility, and you have an inhospitable environment.
Oh. What does that mean?
It means that my guys won't get off their Barca-loungers, and you have a uterus that is prepared to kill the ones that do. It means that...
Chandler?
It means that we can keep trying. But there's a good chance this may never happen for us.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Well, we're gonna figure this out.
I know.
This was a hard scene to watch, but generally speaking, about 30% of the time it can be due to the woman, about 30% of the time due to the man, and about 30% of the time both couples could have abnormal findings on the infertility workup. So in terms of Monica and having an inhospitable uterus, I honestly am not sure what they're referring to without more information. There are many uterine malformations or uterine abnormalities that we can find. Some, for example, are polyps, fibroids, adhesions, septums. Sometimes the uterus has an abnormal shape. So some of these things, not all of them, but some of them can be treated surgically. So without more information, it's hard to comment on that more. In terms of the semen analysis, there are 4 main parameters that we look at. So there's volume, concentration, motility, and morphology. So if motility was the only parameter that was low and the other 3 were reassuring, those type of semen analysis sometimes, I mean, it depends on how severe the low motility is, but sometimes IUI is still a treatment option. So there's a summary parameter we look at with the semen analysis, and that's called the total motile count. And this incorporates the volume, the motility, and the concentration. And so if this number is less than 5 million after a wash, then we worry that there's not enough sperm. And in those cases, we tend to advise more for IVF. But without more information, it's also a little hard to comment on that semen analysis. But there are other options other than IUI and IVF available to patients. For example, if there was a very significant uterine abnormality where we were worried that the uterus would not be able to carry to term or an embryo would not be able to implant, options are things like gestational carriers where someone else would carry the pregnancy, actually like Phoebe was carrying the pregnancy for Frank and Alice. So that's an option, and sometimes adoption is an option, and that's ultimately what they ended up doing in future episodes. So, but again, without more information, it's hard to comment on the actual details of this particular circumstance. That is it for this video. I hope you're enjoying these React videos. I really am. I'm looking forward to doing more of them. If you have suggestions of videos you'd like me to comment on, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe down below, and see you in the next video.